You know how many people eating it. That's the funniest thing. And I remember my grandpa trapping all guys. It was legal to trap them for like 8 years old in Florida. And he would go out and catch them and he'd trap them to the dog. Grandma had a big pot outside to boil that meat. That's what he feed the coon dogs and rabbit dog stuff. And I asked him, I said, can you eat that? And he said, no, those things are too nasty to eat. And now they look at them as nasty.
What is that?
Alligator.
You don't like alligator?
My grandpa used to catch them when I was a baby. And feed them to the dogs and he'd sell the hides. It was legal. When I turned about 8 years old, Florida stopped it and made it illegal. But I was old enough to remember, and I asked him one day, I said, Grandpa, I won't eat these things. He said, they eat dead stuff. He said, all they do is eat rotten stuff. And they're nasty. He said, I feed them to the dogs. I said, okay. Now I go down to Florida, they all cooking alligator all the time down there.
I ate a mini alligator. Caught a mini of them too.
They call that, my brother hauled that cube because it's torpedo. He's got cube out of the middle of that tail running down through there, and then ain't nothing pure round meat.
Yep.
Like a tenderloin off of a deer.
I always thought they just taste like whatever else had been cooked in the grease here, frying it in.
That tastes like chicken to me.
I ate a hoot owl one time.
Boy, here we go. Did you really eat a hoot owl?
Yeah.
And what did he do?
Yeah, it tastes like crows.
I always thought crow tastes a lot like spotted eagle.
I ate a robin once.
I watched a guy,
I think a mini of robin.
I watched a guy for
Mine
fry.
was unique though. A hawk killed it and dropped it right beside me. Hawk flew over my head, dropped that food.
Really?
Yeah, I ain't kidding either.
He must have thought you were hungry.
I guess. I eat it. That's good.
I used to do that too when I was a kid. Me and my friends, we'd get together, we'd take our little BB guns, we'd go like we were roughing it in the woods, off in the brush, shooting birds and building a fire and eating the birds. We ate every kind of bird you could think of.
I watched a guy pull crow breast on TV yesterday, and he was going to try them, and he couldn't eat the first one. I never seen nothing that tough in my life. He had 2 different knives, he put in his mouth and stretched like a rubber band. He gave up. He said the taste wasn't that bad.
What was it he was
A
eating?
crow.
A crow.
The breast of a crow. He killed 4 of them. And he said, I'm going to see what it tastes like.
Hey, the guy up in Indiana that taught me to do some trapping. I was helping him trap. That son was going to eat coyote.
Is that right?
Yep. I wouldn't taste it. I watched him.
Well, mountain lion's pretty good eating.
What does it taste like? Cat?
No, it's
You ever ate at a Chinese restaurant?
it's really good. It's really mild. It don't have no gamey flavor, and it's all white meat.
Boys and stuff in Ecuador, I don't know what they eat. I would call it a guinea pig. That's one of their favorite foods up there. It's like a guinea pig. I mean, that's what they call it.
Guinea fowl. Was it a bird kind of look like a clown face?
No, guinea pig.
Oh, guinea pig. Starts with a guinea
I ate
fowl.
a mini guinea. Guinea egg.
I've never ate guinea, but
wild up there, they trap them in a trap. And that's the main food. If you got money, that's what you buy in Ecuador. That is the like us buying a high expensive steak. So that's guinea pig, I call it. They don't call it guinea pig. That's what it looks like. It was a rodent. I didn't care that much for it. edible.
Ate a mini and neutral rat.
Did you?
If you eat rabbit, you'll eat neutral rat.
Really?
Ain't nothing but a vegetarian. There's nothing but a bigger rabbit. It's good. Ate a mini and coon.
My dogs catch those things down there in that slough and bring them home. They let them rot in the yard for 2 or 3 days, then they'll eat them.
Get them tenderized. like that bobcat I threw up the back of my Bronco. Get them tenderized.
Yeah, he was tenderized, all right.
I always write a book on things you should never do.
Oh man, I can help you fill some pages on that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ooh.
You should never ride a 12-foot aluminum boat with 50 horsepower motor on the back of it. See how fast it would go. And you hit a log and the river floating and you go airborne for about 50 yards.
I had a 35 on a 14-foot boat, but it didn't have but a 31-inch bottom.
Oh, yeah?
They would scream.
This white spot's not very effective for edge material, but it would have looked cool if I left it in there.
So that's I didn't realize what you was talking about, but that's kind of the knife I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Except they've had some smaller ones, but it's kind of the same shape.
Yeah, in Texas, I believe it's called a Kerrville knife.
Yep.
I was telling John I found one last trip down there.
I made a hand axe, and that's what I used to cut down that sapling. It was about a 3-inch sapling I made that ash bow out of.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I was gonna try to make that at home. I don't know if it's right shape.
Did I tell you about that 4-pound bullfrog I caught down by my farm?
You did not?
Huh?
You have it?
I sold that land. They used to keep it mowed just like a front yard, you know. I had a tractor that had a belly mower on it. And then I had a push mower that had big wheels on the back and little wheels on the front. And you pull itself, you put it in gear and you just walk behind it. So I got down in the farm and I swung around a little stand on the bank too. And I raised the front end up like this. And the grass was as high as these down, you know, instead of just going into it. And about the third swap of the bullfrog, I believe it was, I worked out of state because the district state department, biology officer was broke the record. That something was that big. And I said, dang, I'm running that lawnmower over. It ain't hurt him, so I put him gear and run it over him again. I was going to get him. I didn't hear no noise, I didn't hear nothing. I backed up, big just sitting there batting his eyes at me. And I said, crap, it's going in a hole. So I've been weed eating, I had goggles, and I run over him, wasn't nothing coming out of the chute. I put the goggles on, and I said, I'm going to look up under and see where the hole's at. And I looked up under and he jumped in that blaze.
Huh. Golly. That's crazy. My stepdad, about 2 or 3 years ago, killed the state record copperhead in Mississippi. I want to say that thing was 6.5 feet long.
On a copperhead?
I got a picture of it.
Wow. That's a big copperhead.
They get big in Mississippi.
I mean, we killed
About 5 foot big as I say, but they get pretty big in Mississippi. In Texas, when we come up, they get a couple feet long. Little big thing, but here they get pretty good size on them.
I've seen them 4 or 5 foot long.
Well, I remember one time I was flipping shooting for atlatl shaft, and I put my machete down, and I got whatever I needed, whatever I wanted, and I went to pick up my machete. I seen a tail. I followed it up for about 5 feet. It was a king snake sitting there watching me the whole time. I've never seen it.
I know it's a lot of time consuming and effort, but if one of y'all had just a plain old rock hill carrying up about and see it, if you could make it like a clover or a fulcrum and shape it that way, I'd like to try to include it with this method hitting on the side of my leg I've been doing. See what that fluid do.
Alright.
I just ain't able to pressure plate it to do that.
My Kerrville knife shrunk. I got a bad spot on it and I haven't been able to get it out.
Yeah, what? You want to drill it out?
No, I was just making a little knife here, and
I'm drying it out. I got all kinds of little trim bits and belt centers. I haven't got an automatic butt wire around in that building. Kind of rough when it's itchy, but
I bet it is. I should have thought about this. I knew there was going to be some heavy pressure flaking, but I guess I forgot how much. Let's try this big bit.
Use your little, get you indirect.
I did that. Now I'm just trying to clean up the edge a little bit. I think that this is a 5/16 rod I got in this thing. It's pretty nice.
Seems like the best part of root beer is like closer to the vortex.
It always is. Almost any rock's that way usually, but if you heat it a little bit, if it's too tough, I mean, you start at with root beer, you usually start around 300, then 325. Most of it, if you get it thinned down, you can go a little bit higher, 350, something like that, but it'll just turn to glass.
We'll go see that split like those things.
What are you splitting with? Maul and wedges, or?
Just hammering the wedges in.
That's what came out a bit skinnier than I wanted it to. It's all right.
It's a break day. I didn't break all the I broke the plant yesterday. I hadn't made nothing today. I broke everything I could. It's a little break day.
I have those all the time.
I had break weeks.
Yeah, break months.
That was salt. Nice work, pretty. I like that horse creek pretty good.
I don't care 2 cents for Horse Creek.
Really?
It's just a lot of cracks in it. It's hard. They don't heat treat it right. It's showing up to it.
Boy, I got some that Napper Tim gave me. Boy, that stuff is hard. It needs to be heat treated flakes.
I like it pretty good.
Yeah, if the old man knows what he's talking about, which I doubt, I don't know. Then Dan's gonna go get a bunch of it, get a few of it, or a little of it. He said, Horse Creek runs through his hunting lease. He said he's sitting on the bank, he's sitting on that little knot where he get on. So coming out and showing the way he's sitting on that. Get him when it warmed up.
John, we'll go get that, and then I'll slab it up, and then we'll just split it.
Where's it at?
Tennessee.
I don't want to split. I ain't gonna let him leave it for it.
Well, you make you some knife blades or
You know what you gonna make out of
a
that?
bunch of bifaces.
Do what now?
He's gonna make bifaces and sell them.
Are they
I
big?
can tell a little bit, but according to how much it is, I don't live it. If it's 2,000 pounds, I don't live 1,000 pounds.
No, I'm talking about them obsidian things I gave you. The obsidian slabs.
If it's 10 pounds, I'll probably just take all of that.
If I'm still around and ain't got nothing on me and do something like
Leave
that,
you zero.
let me know, and I can pick up Mr. John and meet you somewhere, and you want to meet the
Or I can come here and we just all ride together.
I mean, I don't mind. I don't want none. I just like going to help.
Well, we just go there and go get it.
Yeah, I don't.
I was gonna bring my nephew Jaden because he's really young and good at packing. So
Toby's a good traveler. Toby is a good traveling dude.
I stayed on the road for almost 20 years as a road mechanic, and you know,
really,
I went from most of Texas, all of Louisiana, parts of Arkansas, and half of Mississippi, and there was only 2 of us.
oh,
I drove all the way to El Paso, 2 days to get to El Paso, or a day and a half. The next morning,
El Paso may be one of America's worst cities.
yep. The next morning, I had to wait
Terrible.
for them to bring the machine across from the Mexican border, so I can work on it in the parking lot of the hotel room. Then I had to wait for them to bring it back across the border, put it in the ground, to see if it worked.
Really?
Yep. So I actually done maybe 3.5 hours of work. The rest of it was just driving or staying in the hotel room.
Really?
Yeah, El Paso ain't that soon. There's drugs and crime. Dallas, Texas, just as bad.
Yeah, I hate Dallas.
Houston's getting bad.
No, Houston's terrible. You
Yeah.
go into Houston, and even the boot stores got security guards. I asked them. We went to the restaurant, and they had security guards in the parking lot and security guard inside the restaurant. And I said, "Is this place really that rough?" They said, "It's really this rough."
Yep.
Every business
got
we
a
went
bunch
into
of
as
families.
security.
Yep. Just north of Houston. They
You
used to
going
live
there?
in Houston, and they moved out of it because of that.
I went down there and bought a rock saw.
That and, since.I, where we talking about the same thing. You bought a rock saw there, El Paso?
No, not in El Paso. In Houston,
No.
the Houston Gem and Mineral Society were selling it. They got a really nice deal down there, which is great for members. They got all the lapidary equipment you could want, a bunch of saws, a bunch of cabin machines and grinders and stuff. And you have a membership, you can go in there and use all that stuff for nothing, you know.
Wow.
But a lot of those Gem and Mineral Societies are like
You
that.
need to live close to Houston. You won't drive Mississippi for a cab from.
No. You'd have to live there, but they had classes going on. They got classrooms. They got actually a pretty nice building there that I think one of the members donates to the club. But
Well, I tell you what, my friend, I did it. Told him about it. And he did it. I said I did it. I didn't do it. But where he lived in the rock was rural roads, just 2 houses on.
yeah,
The other now there'd be a church. And I said, type up a flyer, put on the door of that church. I said, nobody's ever on the front door. Whoever opens it up Sunday morning said, they're going to be in charge of something. I said, if you have any church members that are farmers, the cattle farmers that have land, they might have Flint on it, and I buy it from them. If you'll just give them this information and my number, I'd appreciate it. And he got several calls. One of them wasn't no good, but one of them was a fine call. And he got it all out of it pretty easy, yeah. He said, I never would have thought of that.
did you get all that boat arc split already?
No, not yet. I have to make it later.
Well, you ain't got a very long attention span, do you?
While I was watching John.
I split that stuff all from daylight to dark, man.
Oh, split my share.
Actually, he ain't split no, right now. It's split.
That'll split pretty good as low as it is.
Should.
Not be as hard as it is when it's wet.
So on a horn bow like that, let's say you had ibex horns, right, that are 35 inches long, let's say, to the tip. I guess you'd split those things so they're kind of shaped kind of like this, more or less.
You split them in half.
So you split them in half and use the two sides.
Mm-hmm. And if it's a longer book you need to, you can use.
Cut them in half.
I'm not ever going to do it. I was just wondering how it
We'll
would
make
be
a bow
done.
out of them and get one side flat and string them and bend them. That's the way I did that water buffalo horn. It did good. It holds its place once it dries. I put it on the bandsaw and sliced it. Drew it out what I wanted with chalk and cut it out.
Kerrville knife.
Yep.
Or hand chopper or whatever. You think you can cut a tree down with that?
Yeah.
You could saw stuff off with that, couldn't you?
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Like that thing there.
Yeah.
Sapling. I mean, this was skin of deer.
Yeah.
And then that's just the natural handle.
Yep. Pretty neat, huh?
Yep. And then see, like over in Europe, it was called hand axes, but
Right.
there was more instead of shape, they was more just like a triangle.
Right.
And some of them would have just the bulb, like this one here.
Yeah.
Would have this side would be totally flat, and you got the bulb here.
Oh, really?
And then it just naturally comes down, and then all they done was they didn't really have to do nothing.
Huh.
And you just shaped it and then put an edge on it. You had that flat edge, and then the top had the rounded part.
I've made so many of these things, messed around with them, but you know I got a metal mark on there. Every time I get a piece, it's got a nice handle on the end. It doesn't matter. I have to make a Kerrville knife, no matter how many of them I've made. I like making them. I enjoy it. I think they look cool, especially out of root beer.
I like them. Some of them ones that are that dark. I've seen people make them. That dark Georgetown. That almost black looking.
Yeah, I make them out of that too. And Georgetown has a lot of tabs that are just like this, that are just perfect for making them. Kerrville knife.
No.
Take a picture here.
We found 2 or 3 of them when we were doing that side tears on it. We found one knife, and it might be the Kerrville knife. He didn't say it. It was just called it something else. He said they used it for cutting grass with a blade on it. You could get up a handful of grass you could put on the roof or something.
Yeah.
And that's what they used to cut it with. It's a weird looking thing.
Well, there's the Kerrville knife. I might turn this thing back on and do something else here in a bit.
If I can.
But if not, then appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Keep napping. Hey folks, well, the Knapp-in, the John Tuttle 2025 Knapp-in is officially over, and I'm wore slap out. As usual, there was a little bit of napping and a whole lot of BSing going on, and I made a few nice points. Mr. John, let's see, me and Colby and John all collaborated on a pretty killer Buffalo River Clovis, which I didn't get a picture of. I made the preform, chipped it into shape in the preform, and then Mr. John fluted it with indirect, and then Kobe finished it all out. The road's covered in beads. I guess they had Mardi Gras go through here. I seen them when I was coming down getting ready for the parade and stuff, but there are beads all over the street as I'm driving home here. But I had another great time. Mr. John's doing better, much better than he has been doing. And I actually have a trip we're talking about with Mr. John and Kobe. 3 of us going on a little trip here very soon, and there'll probably be some video coming of that. That should be fun. And I did shoot a couple videos down there. I got one uploaded, and I don't know what the deal is, but it's been uploading for like 6 hours. It's like halfway done. You know, I did it the first time and I didn't review it, and I went back through and reviewed it and went, ooh, wait a minute, I can't put that up. There might have been some things said in there that I didn't want out in the public. Anyways, so I had to redo that. I had uploaded it once, but I redid it, and we was kind of picking on each other, and I don't know. I probably could have left it in there, but I didn't. But I sure had a good time, and Mr. John, if you see this, I had a great time, buddy, and I hope we get to do it again next year. There's only a few people that come. It's a little private Knapp-in, you know, anywhere from 5 to 8 or so people, you know, usually, and it's really a good time, and just a lot of good fellowship, and with like-minded folks. And you know, y'all know, most of you been to Knapp-ins, and you know how it is. Just a good time. So anyhow, I got 5.5 hours heading home, and I did manage to make some pretty nice little points. I marked some of that laurel. I'm not sure if I videoed that or not, but I had made a laurel point. I gave that one away, and I also made a couple Mookite points. I did Knapp, which is on the video, I know it is, a piece of that porcelainite, which was really neat material. That was the first piece I Knapped, and I think if you Knapped a few pieces of it, I think it would just, I really think that's really nice material, and I'm working on a deal. Trying to get some of that to bring it to y'all. So we'll see where that goes. That'll be later in the year kind of thing. But anyhow, a few interesting things coming up. But I'm going home. I've got a lot of orders to fill, an awful lot. And everyone who ordered while I was gone, thank you. And thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. And I'll get your orders out as soon as I get home. I'm going to start packing them tomorrow. And then I'll be packing orders on Monday and get things wrapped up. And then Tuesday, I'm leaving on a rock run, and I'll be gone for about 3 days. And so any orders that come in during that time, I won't be able to ship them out until I get back. But you know, since I get back, I'll get you taken care of. But going to pick up some really nice rock, and lots of stuff happening. Lots of stuff, and some field trips coming up. And I'm going to start doing some more napping. I done a bunch. I napped the whole time I was there for the most part, as much as my back would take, and it was good to get back in the napping chair and be doing something again, and percussion napping. And I did bring some fog stuff, and I did make 2 fog points. Everything else I did was all percussion, but I had a really good time hearing some rocks crack. So I'm looking forward to getting back doing that. Like I told you guys before, I got my nephew Jaden helping me now, and I'm hoping that's going to free me up so I can get back to doing why I got into this, napping, you know, part of it that I really love, and making some videos and stuff, because I really do enjoy that. And anyhow, so I appreciate y'all, and I don't know how many videos, or if this is even going to make it on a video or not, but I shot a few little short videos down there, and I'll be uploading those, and this may be the first one you see, or maybe the last. I don't really know. But anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Y'all keep napping. See you on the next one.